Alright, as promised, here's the latest project I brought home yesterday. So it's a 69 C-10. It's a 6-cylinder, was a 300 column. They put it in the floor, and the grill was all tore up. So this is off of the 70 I got behind the shop, and the bumpers off the 70. It didn't have any front or rear bumpers, and like I say, the grill was messed up, and it's got these hideous mirrors on it. Those, I'm about to take those off, but it's not a bad truck. It's really good shape. The cab corners need replacing, but I already have those, and the rockers seem to be pretty solid, but I'll double check them. The cab, the problematic areas up around the windshield's in good shape, and I mean it runs and drives. It doesn't run well, but it runs. And I was the blue one just had so much rust in it. I mean, it had a lot of rust. So like I say, picked this one up yesterday, and I'm going to, actually I'm not going to turbo LS it, and I think I'm trying to talk myself into doing just a good running 6.0 and actually a 4L60, and I've got a good converter for a 60. So I figure if I did that, it'd be a good cruiser. Just hop in and fire it up and drive it wherever you want to go. And I mean, the bed's in pretty good shape. It didn't have the rear bumper. This is off of the other truck, and it's got new tail lights. And I was going through the blue truck and getting all the, it's got there's the cab corners and the rockers. So got everything to make one good truck, and then I'll sell what's left over of the other one to help fund the rest of this one. So I mean, you can see, I think a lot of that's Bondo. So I'll get in there and cut all this out and fix that. And there's a rust hole right there, but it's not near as bad as the other truck. You can see the gap is kind of tight here, and then gets wider. So I'll address that. And I don't know what, I don't know. Honestly, I'm really not a Chevrolet guy. I know that's surprising, but it says Cheyenne 10. I don't know what that means. I don't know a lot about these old trucks, but the one I had a 69 long bed when I was 12, and right here it spelled out custom 10, I think it was, and it looks like there was a badge under here too. I'm not sure what that was. He put some mud grips on it. I mean, obviously the wheels and tires are gonna be going, and I mean, it's 2-wheel drive. He put some 31 1050 mud grips on it, and don't like them. But interior's not too bad. I guess they painted this. They used some massive bolts for there. I think it's supposed to be a screw, so I'll close up these holes. But the door bottoms are in really good shape. I mean, I couldn't pass it up because it was in such good shape. Because like I say, the 70 I got around back, the whole bottom is just gone, and the rockers are gone. I mean there is some rust, yes, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more fixable and a lot better starting point. The blue truck came with new felts for the door and the window, and new door seals. And then the seats, I don't know what these seats are out of. They actually look pretty good. They sit nice, and I like them, so I'll keep those. The gas tank's obviously got to go from behind the seats, and then the shifter obviously has got to go. So the rear view mirror there, of course, it already has some visors, but it's, like I say, I thought it was in really good shape when I saw it, and figured it'd be a good opportunity for me to put one together out of the other one I have and this one. So like I say, it's already given up a lot of parts that really made the truck look a lot better. already. So I hadn't decided on what color I'm gonna go with. My buddy sent me a picture, a real one that was blue, that lowered, and some good looking wheels on it and everything. So I might go with blue. I don't know. Like I said, I want to get the rust fixed and have it a little run driving truck. But yeah, I mean these trucks are, they're classics. They bring good money. I was watching one on Marketplace last week. It was a roller with a fleet side, regular cab, short bed, 3,500. It was gone quick, and then it was somewhere else for $4,000, and then it was gone pretty quick too. So, like I say, when this one came up, with it being a step side too, like the other one, I was like, man, this is perfect. So. But yeah, that interior is pretty neat. I like these seats. I don't know what they're out of, but they're really nice. And then I got the seal plates off the other one. I'll get those cleaned up, and just like I say, just some little stuff really. The light switch is missing. The ignition switch, I need to fix all that and mount it in the dash. It's just kind of hanging in there or through there, I guess. So I'll fix that and then get the tank out, get it all. Oh, and then I got the handles and stuff off the other truck, so I'll get those for that side. I didn't notice it was missing them on that side. But like I say, I'm in a solid truck. It looks like they must have had something heavy in the back and came forward and hit the front of it. So it's pretty bowed in, and then the back right here in the cab is looks like it's a little bowed in. Something must have slid forward and hit it pretty hard at some point in time. But yeah, so it's we'll take a look at the engine real quick. Oh yeah, what, about 60-70 horsepower there. New plug wires, got a new starter on it. Somebody wasted money on it, but I'm gonna keep this in here, keep it a running driving truck until I get the 6.0 together. So I got a 6.0 block. I'll do obviously a standard crank, standard stroke, stock stroke, and then flat top pistons. I got a set of 823 heads that my buddy at the machine shop's doing for me, because the other guy had it for 6 months and never finished it. So whenever I get cylinder heads back, I'll put a good cam in it. I got a rec port L92 intake, and like I say, I'll get a 60 built for it. I might build it, I don't know, depending on how much time I have. And then I've got a good converter for it. So I think a nice little NA combo would be pretty good. Have a good sounding cam, have a good cruiser. And I did a 85 LTD years ago. I did a stock LS1 in it with a 4L60 and had a really good converter in it. 355 gear and 26 inch tall tire. And I drove it to Daytona, put about 1,000 miles on the car in a week right when I got done building it. And it got almost 21 or 22 miles a gallon on the highway, and the car ended up running low 12s. So it was, you'd hit the key, it fire right up and drive it anywhere. So I'm thinking that's kind of what I'll do with this one. I've got enough stuff to do a turbo setup, but honestly, I think I'll just do a little NA setup on it, put a good gear in the back. I don't know what these trucks come with. I guess I assume it's a 10 bolt maybe, and probably a 410 or 373 or something like that, because the tire height difference versus a truck versus a car. So you're looking at, this will have probably a 28 inch tire or something, and then a car's 26 or 25 or 26 inches. So I'll gear it accordingly to get to that ratio. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it runs. It does not run well. I mean, the carburetor certainly needs some adjustment, but like I say, I'm not gonna mess with it. It's got looks like a new steering box, and he redid the brakes. Got a new master cylinder on there. I mean, the inner fenders look really good. Like I say, these trucks are really hard to find in this condition, I think. I mean, it's just really, really good condition, minimal rust and everything. So I think it'll be a fun project, and put a good exhaust on it and just see what it does.